done. I don't need your opinion. Do what I fucking want. You such a fucking chump. Pockets all swole lump sum. Damn, bitch, you a fucking bum. See you, your ass is done. Thank God, man.
Okay, welcome back, YouTubers. It is time for a story time. I don't really do story times that much because I don't know, I guess I'm too lazy, but I have too many that I need to document down. This will be the story time of how I got kicked out. So I want to start from when I first got kicked out around 17. I wouldn't say my parents are strict, but it could be a little overreactive, especially back then, and I was the first child. Anyways, it was more like of a get out of my house kind of thing, and my mom was all like, come back. So it died down pretty quick, but after a while it started to escalate because my stepdad would want me to get out of the house every time he didn't like what I say or what I did. So I got kicked out about 5-6 times before I actually finally got put out. But guys, I was not a bad child. I was not a bad child. Just trust and believe I wasn't a bad child. But by the time they did, at the end, they had let me move back in the last time when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. I was living with him. So I moved back in with them. And I was working with a security company, so I was saving up money to get my own place because they were telling me they were moving, so I needed to get my own place. So I had saved up the money to get my own place, and I kept telling my mom, like, hey, I'm getting my own place, I won't be able to keep giving you $200 every week for whatever the fuck you need it for. And she wasn't really paying attention to it. So by the time I'm telling her, I got to pre-approve for this apartment and I can't give you money, she got upset with me, and my stepdad got upset with me, and he was saying that I wasn't giving them money. And I was like, yeah, I was giving mama money. And, apparently he didn't know I was giving her money. So he don't know where it went. Nobody know where the money went, apparently. So I remember it was June 14th in like 2018, and I was on my way to Galveston. And my mom called me and she was cursing me out, and she was saying I was being disrespectful because I was trying to tell her that I cannot keep giving you money if, I'm saving up to move into my own place and my own space. And I don't know what she was going through at the time, but she was like, if you don't come get all your stuff is going to be on the porch by the time you get home. So when I got home, I packed up all my stuff and I stayed with a friend until I finally moved into my apartment a month later. So around that time, I was doing some sketchy things. Like, I got into it with my ex-boyfriend, so I ended up slashing his tires and doing stuff to his windows. And I was rolling around with some people, like a female that would put me in situations to where guys is jumping her and beating her up, and guns being pointed at us and stuff. And I have no idea. I was too busy like rolling with the flow and thinking everything was okay as long as, I'm not getting hurt. But the whole time it was just compromising me and my situation. And at the time I felt like I couldn't, stay at home with my family because they were really abusive to me growing up. And I was going through a lot of things mentally, and I didn't know how to express myself or my emotions at the time. So when I came home, it was just a really weird environment. My stepdad was always in my face. He was always yelling when I was younger. He would hit on me and my sisters. And so it really, it touched me a certain kind of way. So eventually, of course, as I gotten older, I'm going to react to it, differently. I'm going to act out. I'm going to do things I'm probably not supposed to do. But my parents didn't really know how to handle me at that age or in that situation. So now I have younger siblings, and you know, they do damn near the same things that I was doing at their age, and they don't really get penalized for it. They probably get yelled at, but they don't get penalized. So I don't really blame my parents for how they raised me. I'm happy, you know, made me stronger. I feel like they could have did better. You know, I didn't have to come home to my room being thrown around like I live in a jail cell, or I didn't have to be yelled at and spit on and beat on and etc. And if that didn't happen, then I probably wouldn't have been the child that I was. So, and I used to tell myself it's not all that bad, because some people have it worse, but no, like, it could have been better. That's what I tell myself now, especially having a daughter of my own, because as a mom, I know I would never put my daughter out on the street at 16, 18, 21, 35 years old. I don't care. I would never put my child out on the street. And in my opinion, no parent should ever put their child out on the street just because they tired of dealing with her. They don't know what to do with her anymore. And I'm supposed to understand when my child gets to a certain age. Yeah, if she does something that's, you know, really disrespectful and she pretty much disowns, then that's understandable. But, you know, a child acting out and not knowing how to deal or cope or handle her emotions, you know, that's a cry for help. So yeah, I'm happy and healthy now. I have an okay relationship with my parents and the rest of my family. It's not all bad. Yeah, so that was my short little story time of how I got kicked out